Welcome to Chillin For Our Lives, episode 17. My name is Electricity Wave.
I'm Sean. Sorry, I thought you were gonna say my name. Oh, one of these days, I know what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna switch it up every time.
Please don't. Please don't.
Enjoy the show. That's not the song you want to hear before a pod.
Is it not?
Please, bro. That's going in the pod too, and it's already named "Please, bro." The title.
Oh, wait, definitely.
Please, bro. I was gonna just say please, but you gotta squeeze out that, bro.
You're gonna squeeze out the bruh. I'm trying to take a drink.
Oh, sorry.
Please, bro.
Drink, bro. Oh man.
Damn.
Imagine like starting to record a podcast and your co-host is just like, fuck, I don't want to do this shit.
Yeah. I'd be like, fam, we're only 15 episodes in. How are you?
Please, bro. We're only 15 episodes in.
Please, bro. My life depends on this. Oh,
we
man.
can't start off the episode like this. My face already hurts.
Ooh, hashtag cancel student debt is trending. That's a trend I can get behind. Please do.
That's awesome.
Man, that's funny. Please cancel my debt on me.
You're canceled. I guarantee there's a student debt Twitter like account, and they're like, "Why is everyone out for me?"
Yeah,
please,
what I do.
Let me see. Student debt.
Dude, if there is at student debt, just use the tweet, please, bro.
For real.
Oh my
Insta
god.
follow.
Insta follow, retweet, tier 3 sub.
They don't even stream on Twitch, but I'm still ready.
Yeah. I wonder if there's, because you can live stream on Twitter, can't you? I wonder if there's a Twitter live streamer. I don't think it would work.
Yeah.
Like that or well, but
like it's just like Periscope. It's just IRL stuff. I don't think you can donate to them either, unless like they put their title as like Cash App or Venmo or something. Like,
yeah, they put that in their bio.
Yeah, I know people on TikTok that you can stream on that, and then people have their Venmo usually, and then people will just donate them like money.
That reminds me, I have to PayPal you.
Ooh,
it's got to be in there by now. I haven't checked. I'll check it after the pod.
Okay,
but yeah.
That's a late fee.
No, you're probably looking. Oh! you're probably looking at your PayPal account like, please, bro.
For real.
Maybe.
It's at negative $25. That reminds me. So I got a text yesterday. I don't know if I told you this, but the text said, I don't even remember what I was doing. Like I was just like, I was at work, so I was already just like annoyed, and then my phone text goes off and it says, you've got a notice from Chase. Your card got locked. Please call us now at this number to unlock.
Ooh.
And I have a Chase card. So I was like, oh, like maybe someone like, I don't know, like hacked into info and is using like fraud or something, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I don't want to deal with this. Like, I'm already I'm at work. It's just annoying. And then I call the number, and it's like, please enter your like 12-digit code or whatever, 10-digit code or whatever it is on your card.
16.
I'm like, okay. I put it in.
Oh,
and then
I don't like where this is going.
And then they're like, please enter the 3 digits on the back. And I was like, I don't have the 3 digits. Like
Why
I
not?
didn't, because it's like an ATM card or a debit card. It's not like it wasn't a card that has the digits.
Oh, okay.
So I just hung up. I was like, you know what? I'll just deal with it. I'll go to the bank like tomorrow and then ask them like what's going on. Because for one, this is like super unlucky or weird. And then I go to the bank today and I was like, I like paid a bill or whatever. And then I was like, by the way, like I got a text from you guys and it said that my card got locked. And I was like, I haven't even used this card. Like I just have it in case emergency. And then they're like, really? They're like, was it from the number of the bank? And he said the number, and I was just like, well, here it is. He's like, oh, that's not us. That's like a fake company trying to get your information.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God. Dude, I SMH'd my head so hard.
Oh, dude, I bet.
I was like, dude, my dumbass, like, almost gave them my it's like, my dumbass just almost gave them my information. And that would have, then I really would have got, like, fucked over. So.
Oh, yeah. It'd have been GG's.
Yeah, it's a good thing that I didn't have a 3-digit number, so I didn't have to give them everything. And then it was a good thing that I went to the bank and asked them because they're, you know.
Yeah, because Chase is a huge bank, so, like, you could just text a random number and, like, odds are they have Chase. Or, you know, like, I bet there's, like, a 33% chance or something like that, you know.
Right.
Good enough chance that if you text 100 people, one of them are going to have it.
Yeah, so I was just like, dude, like, I was just like, all right, never, at least I learned my lesson and I didn't have to, like, pay for, like, the consequences.
Yeah.
Dude, that would have sucked.
Yeah. I've had that happen before, actually. I was in class, or I was, like, waiting for class to start. And I was, like, waiting for the professor to come in. And I was just on my phone and stuff, and I checked my bank account, and I had way less than I thought I had. So I was like, my initial thought was like, oh, my car insurance went through, or my rent went through, or something like that. I don't know. Like, I had way less than I thought, though. So I was like, oh, shit. So I got to look. And then, so I looked, and I had spent like $300 or $400 at this place I've never heard of before. And I was like, fuck me, dude. I don't, like, somebody has my credit card information. Like, I'm screwed. So I just, like, got up. As I was getting up, the professor walked in. Luckily, it was a really cool, chill, great professor. And I was like leaving, and he was like, "Going somewhere, Sean?" And I was like, "Yeah, somebody has my credit card information." He was like, "Oh, see you tomorrow." And so, like, totally understood. It was cool. And so I left, and then I called the bank, and I explained everything. And luckily, my bank has, like, good card security or whatever, and they just canceled the charges. They sent me a new card with new PIN number and new everything, and all was well. But that was a really scary, like, half hour.
Dude, imagine a professor that's like, no, like, you have to stay. Like, no, fuck off.
Yeah, like, he's going to drain my bank account. And at that point, I didn't know that my bank was just going to be like, okay, like, no problem. In my head, I was like, great, I'm going to have to fill out this paper. I'm going to have to prove that I wasn't here. I'm going to have to do this, that, and the other thing. But no, like, they just were instantly, they were like, oh, okay, it's taken care of. So I got super lucky. But in that moment, I had no idea. So if he was like, no, like, you can't miss class, I would have been like, dude, I'm going to be sitting here for an hour not caring about what you're saying at all. Like, my money and my livelihood is way more important than whatever you're about to tell me for this, for class. So, like, I'll take the fail for the day or whatever it takes. Just like, I'm out of here. Peace. But no, it didn't go like that at all. So
did you have to physically go to the bank?
No, I just called them and they took care of everything over the phone.
I mean, even if, like, worst case scenario, I would just be like, all right, well, I have to go to the bathroom for, you know, I'll be back.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know. I was freaking out, so I just got up and left. Because I figured this was, like, gonna be my day. Like, I was gonna have to go to the bank, or I was gonna have to, like, fill out paperwork or do something, call the cops. I didn't know. So, because that was the first time that ever happened. And they think, like, obviously they don't know, they'll never know for sure exactly how it got stolen, but they think that it was so around my campus, this is probably, like, a really common thing, but around my campus we have, like, pop vending machines and where you can slide your card and that's like super convenient. So I use those all the time. And they said their guess was that they got it from there because they said that they're like just out in the open for anyone to hack into or like put a little scanner on it or something.
Damn.
So yep. So ever since then, I've never used one of those things.
Well, what was the thing that it was?
It was like, you know, like a vending machine.
Yeah.
It was like that, except instead
yeah.
of just cash, like there was like a credit card thing on there, so you could swipe your card and just buy stuff there, and or buy stuff with your card instead of just having to put like carry cash on you, because you know it's 2020, people don't carry. Well, at the time it was like 2017. People don't carry cash on them anymore. I know they do, but they don't.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you know how annoying it is to have a bunch of just ones on, like, oh my god.
I know exactly how annoying it is. I'm a server, and I know you know too.
Hate that feeling. Like, anytime, like I remember when I really I was like making tips and stuff, and I would go into like a gas station with one of my friends, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna get like 30 on pump 4. They're like, all right. And I just pull out a stack of 31s because that's all I have. And my friend would just sit there and be like, yo, like, you good? And like the cashier would look at me and just be like, it's okay, like I need them. And I'm like, it's all right, I'm just a stripper, like it's obvious.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I do everything I can to like I try it, because at the end, so how like so I'm a server, obviously, as the people know. I like, it tells me at the end of the night, like, okay, you these are your sales, you owe us $107 or whatever. So like, let's say I have like 35 ones, I'm giving them all 35 of those ones, like, because I always go to the ATM after my shift. So yeah, like I never have the cash on. Sometimes I'm lazy and I don't go, and I'll like let 2 or 3 days of working build up before I go. But for the most part, I go after my shift. So I try to like just have 20s or whatever, because the ATM by my house is very fickle, and if your bill isn't in pristine condition, it's gonna spit it right back out. Yeah, so like, yeah, I don't. If I put like 40 ones in there, then the odds of some of them being off is, you know, pretty high.
Yeah, you'll just be like folding it like over and over, like in half, and then you're just like straightening, like ironing the corners with your thumb.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna start to bring an iron with me and like have an actual iron in my car.
You set up like the ironing board and everything.
Yeah, like, hold on, I'm ironing my dollar.
You guys got an extension cord?
Yeah,
for real.
There's like 10 cars behind me, dude. I swear, in the ATM, the drive-through ATM at the bank, every single person on the planet except for me has to do a million things at that dumbass machine. Every time I go there and there's somebody else already there, they're there forever, and they have to, I don't know why, but they have to input their PIN like 30 different times, and they have to put in a whole bunch of money, and they have to take a whole bunch out, and then put a whole bunch of checks in and get an envelope out. They have to do every possible function that the ATM can do. They have to do it, and then I roll up there and I put my $50 in and I leave.
Yeah, it's like everyone's like filing for divorce and doing their taxes at the machine, and like you're just like putting money in.
Yeah, they're taking out a loan for their house. They're getting a second mortgage. They're doing everything.
All at an ATM.
yeah, and I'm like, please, bruh, I just have to put this $50 in. That's all. Let me go.
Even the ATM is like, please, bruh. Please, bruh.
It's out of breath. It's like, you're way too hard.
It prints out your receipt, and instead of your name, it just says, please, bruh. Mr. Please, bruh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude, standing behind someone like in line, dude, at the drive-through, there's always like people that will be there forever, and it's like they're ordering like 15 different meals, and they're all like, they all like are specifically, like one will have no pickles, or they gotta like, this one's gotta be medium. I want a medium rare McDouble. Like they always like
no salt on the fries.
Yeah. Like, I hate being behind people that take forever, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
I feel like I'm never in a rush. Like, I mean, sometimes I am, but like I'm rarely like in a rush to like go and get stuff done. You know, I never have anything important to go do. So it's like I want to go to the store, but if I just want to like I'm on my way home from work, let's say, and I want to go to the store, and I just like I have to be in here for 30 seconds. I'm gonna run in here. I have to grab this, this, and this, and I'm gonna leave. But that this, and this, because of everybody else around, that 45-second endeavor turns into like 15 minutes because this person that I'm trying to pull into the parking lot, but this person won't go until there's 3 mile space between the cars that are coming. So I'm just have to sit here forever, and then I have to wait 20 minutes behind this person because they won't go into this parking spot. And then the person that's in front of me in line has 50 billion things, and it's just like all of these things add up in like what should just take 2 minutes is now like 15 minutes of waiting and 2 minutes of actually doing something, and it's so frustrating. Like,
yeah.
You lose so much time in your day just because of how many people there are around the place.
That's why I don't go out much. But like,
yeah,
I was just thinking because I was talking about McDonald's. I don't think I've told this story on the pod, but there's this one time I told you this story. There's this one time where I was in it was my old truck, I think. So stupid. Don't ever do this. I think I was in an old car or something, and we were going around the drive-thru for McDonald's, and it was icy, and
okay.
I like whipped, like I was whipping it, like I whipped my car.
Did you nay?
I whipped, I nay-nayed, I Dougied, and as I like, I was like just skidding across, and then I like went to straighten out like my car because it was like snow on the ground, and we were next to the drive-thru. No one was in line, thankfully. I wouldn't have done it then. It was still stupid, but I like went to straighten out my car and then like you fishtail when it's like icy, right?
Right.
So we like fishtailed, and I swear I could have kissed the side of the building. We got so close, and it was so scary, but I didn't hit it. And I was just like, just thinking back of something like that, like it's so dumb. I don't know why.
Did the people in the building see it happen?
I don't think so. But like, if there was a girl like hanging out like her arm, like with the bag of like fries or like a meal, like I could have grabbed it easy with my mouth.
Dang.
Yeah, like
whoo.
So I was like, I went around, I was like skirt, and then I like straightened it. I was like skirt, and then like the building was just like so close, and I was just like heart was beating.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my god. I was like, never again. So scary.
Never again, dude.
But
oh shit.
Yeah, like it's so like I was never the type of person either though. Like I remember every time me and my friends would go drive somewhere, they always raced. They always wanted to race there.
I hate that shit.
And I would always be in last because I'm like, dude, like you guys are dumb.
Yeah. This race ain't worth this $100 and whatever fine I'm about to get for racing your dumbass.
They would literally race down like a 35 mile per hour like road, but they'd be going like 60, like bobbing and weaving, passing cars. And I'm just there like, you guys are so dumb. Like, I'm surprised that some of the people I went to high school with are still alive.
Yeah.
Like, just idiots.
Yeah.
They definitely got tickets, but like, it was never when I was around, but they eventually, I don't know. I think, I don't know. I just know like, I remember like being always like behind, like in the back, just like watching them. And I'm just like, there's like, I would never risk that. Like, what's that mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's not worth anything. Because like you could crash, you could hurt somebody else with your dumbass. So like that's obviously worst case scenario. You can like, you know, you get a ticket, and if you win, like who cares, you know? Like
yeah, that it was so stupid. Literally, when we got to the place we did, like they'll talk about it for 5 seconds, but then it's over.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
and it's not set up like a legitimate race anyway. Like
right.
So someone is like, I'm sure someone's like holding back a little bit because it's illegal, or it's not like you had like a 3, 2, 1 go like that. I don't know. I guess you could if you did it at a stoplight, but I don't know. It's just so dumb. I'm so glad that none of my friends were ever like into that.
Yeah.
I had a very safe high school life, high school career. In college, I don't talk to anybody. So
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty safe for the most part.
Yeah.
I was just around people that were like that. So, I mean, I don't know. When you, like, grow out of it, which I was never really in it, but when you're, like, older, like, you just look back and you're just like, I can't believe people did that. Like, how dumb can you be?
Pretty
Like,
dumb, man.
You get
Pretty
nothing out
dumb.
of it. Like, I get the whole, like, adrenaline thing, but, like, there's ways to find adrenaline, like, legally, for one.
There's plenty of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least without putting someone else in danger.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's always something I've been, like, I mean, I know it's, like, an obvious thing to be against, but, like, like people that drink and drive or just drive stupid. I hate when people are self-proclaimed crazy drivers. I'm like, fam, you're gonna kill somebody, and if you know you're a crazy driver, then stop. Stop being a crazy driver. You're gonna hurt somebody else. You're gonna hurt yourself. Just don't. Cars are nothing to mess with at all.
Yeah,
they are just motorized death machines that can. It's bad, man. It's bad. Don't do it.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting a Tesla. By episode 1,000. Just kidding.
That's the goal? What would that be? Let's see. So that would be...
At least so far. That'd be 20 years.
Yeah, it would be 20 years. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, hopefully, like, in 20 years, you'll be able to say, like, I have one or I had one. But, yeah, hopefully before that. That'd be nice.
Probably less than 5. Within the next 5 years, for sure.
That's a good goal to have. Do you think you would ever go through a midlife crisis?
I'm going through one now. No, I was kidding.
Oh, okay.
No.
I hope you're not in your midlife already. That would suck.
No, I don't know. Like, life already is, like, crazy and real enough. Like, why do I have to go through that again?
I don't know. I hate when a dad, this is, like, something that people say against, like, dads usually. I guess because dads would be in their midlife area. But, like, I hate when someone buys themselves, like, a really nice car, and they're like, oh, they're just going through a midlife crisis.
Right.
Like, why can't he just have a great car? If
that's so stupid.
Yeah, if he's, like, trying to be Mr. Cool and hanging out with a bunch of 20-year-olds or gets himself, like, a hot 20-year-old girlfriend or something like that, then maybe he has a mohawk or something and gets a new tattoo, then maybe he's going through a midlife crisis, sure. But if he buys himself a nice car, like, most people these days, most people, you work and you build up, and then you can't even afford a nice car until you hit 40 or 45 or whatever, because it took that long to work your way up into whatever company you're working for, saving, and blah, blah, blah. So it's like, let the man buy a nice car. Let him go get that Corvette and have a blast. That's probably the car that he's been wanting for 20 years now. Yeah,
because you can't get it when you're in your 20s. For the most part, it takes a while to save up.
Yeah, you can't wait tables or work in a factory or work be a cashier or something and go buy a charger. You have to start there and work your way up, and then you become the GM or whatever, and then you go out and buy your charger. Yeah, and that's cool. I don't know. I just remember one of my best childhood friends. His dad, when I was in 6th grade, I think. His dad bought this sick ass truck. As a kid, it was one of the nicest trucks I ever saw in person. And I was like, dude, that looks badass, And then I just remember hearing some parents be like, oh yeah, there he goes through his midlife crisis. I can't believe his wife let him buy that or whatever. It's like, dude, no, he's got a sick truck now.
Yeah, a lot of people,
he's probably so hyped for that.
Yeah, and the thing I realized growing up too is just a lot of parents are no different from high school kids. You'll always have to deal with people that are jealous, people that talk shit, people that are unhappy with their lives and they're worried about others and talking about drama. That's just how some people are wired, I guess.
Yeah, and some people never get out of that high school mentality of just clickiness or gossiping about other people. So I see some people, even as adults, they bond over talking shit about other people. And it's please, bruh.
Please, bruh. I never got it. There's one thing that I don't want to go here, but we have to, because there's one thing that everyone in the world bonded over a couple days ago.
Yeah.
and you guys
hard
know what it is.
transition, but there's literally no good way to talk about it.
Yep, the GOAT.
Yep.
The GOAT, Kobe Bryant, passed away. The helicopter, I mean, everyone, it was all over news. Like, everyone saw it. I remember I was talking to my dad, and I think it just popped up. Like, I think he was just watching, like, boring politics like he does. I don't know why people care about politics, but that's a different discussion. But, like, I think maybe he was watching the news, and it popped up, and it was a woman's voice, and she was like, Kobe Bryant. I remember how she said it and everything. She was like, Kobe Bryant has just passed away in a helicopter crash. And I was just like, me and him both were just like in shock. We were just like, what? Like, that kind of news where you're just like, so it's just hits you, where you're just like, what just happened? Like, Kobe. Like, I literally just watched him and LeBron, like, at half court. Like, he went to a Lakers game and they were talking and stuff, and like, now this, I was just like, dude. And then seeing everyone's reaction, it was all over Twitter. It was trending, obviously. Barack Obama tweeted about it. Everyone's talking about what Kobe meant to him, all sports, every facet of it, like the world. Like, he had his family. Yep. And the last couple of days I've just been thinking about, like, the memories of, like, me and you playing 2K, and the classic throw up a piece of paper, like, in the trash and saying Kobe. Like, I've said that my whole life anyways, but, like, now, like, I feel like everyone's gonna be saying that.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to, like, I don't know, death's such a hard thing to deal with, and it doesn't, like, hit you until you, like, really think about it, or something tragic like it happens like this. But I don't know, I saw a lot of videos of people talking about, like, to hug your loved ones and all that stuff, and I agree, but the thing that kind of annoys me about it is that people don't bring that stuff up unless something has to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That should be a constant, like, people don't do that enough anyways, but hopefully, this changed it. But, like, always remind people how much they mean to them. I know, like, a lot of guys will have trouble, like, talking about their feelings, and it's like a masculinity thing, but, like, you have to, because the regret you feel when you don't, like, tell someone how much you appreciate or love them or whatever, like, you can't get it back once they're gone, So it was sad. And then I just, before we started recording the pod, like an hour or two before, I watched, like, Shaq talk about it, and it's just like, it's heartbreaking, man. It's a legend,
Yeah, like, there's only been because celebrities, typically they become celebrities, like, maybe earlier in life, like in their late teens or 20s or 30s or whatever. So, like, people that we know growing up, they're still, like, getting older or whatever. It's not so common that a big celebrity that we like or we know like dies or passes away.
Right.
And obviously Kobe, way before his time, he still has, like, he still had decades and decades to go. So, like, for something so tragic, like, to happen this quickly, like, for us, like, I could probably count on one hand, like, the amount, maybe two hands, the amount of, like, big celebrity deaths in my life that, like, really impacted me or made me think about it for longer than a few minutes. But this is, like, one of the biggest ones, so if not the biggest. So it's just, like, I don't know, it was crazy to just think about it and see it and go through all the emotions of, like, I saw it on Twitter. I just saw, like, the trending topics and stuff, and, like, couldn't believe it. I had to check, like, 20 million different sources, like, just trying to find the one that finally confirmed, like, no, it's, like, he's here, he's right here, or him tweet, or just anything to confirm, like, no, it's a hoax. But eventually it's just like, no, it's not, it's for real. And it was just, like, I don't know, it was crazy. And then the news started coming out more and more of his daughter and so many other people being on the helicopter. And I had to go into work, like, shortly after that, and it was on the news. Everyone was talking about it all shift, and we were like, if we weren't like at a table talking to them, we would, like, talk to them and then go to the TV, and, like, we were just all, like, just right there. So it was just crazy.
I overheard other people talking about it, like, every time I walked past someone, that was, like, everything that everyone was talking about. So
yeah, it's crazy that just, like, as a basketball
Instant.
player and what he's able to like do. Like
Mm-hmm.
people die all the time. It's rare where somebody dies and every single person feels something.
Yeah.
Like this wasn't like, oh, if you're a true basketball fan, you knew Kobe, or if you
Right.
lived in LA, you knew who Kobe is. It's like, no, Kobe is Kobe. There will never be another Kobe, and everyone knows who he is. I don't care if you've never stepped on a basketball court. Kobe passing like affected you, and like that's
Yeah.
crazy. He's like
It's-
absolute legendary status.
Yeah, like even talking about it now, like while you're talking about it, I was just like, it doesn't even feel like it actually happened still.
Yeah, it's almost kind of
know?
like you're reminded whenever you wake up and see something, like see a recommended YouTube video of this person talking about him, or just if you think of it again, like I've had my jersey just laying out since then, so like I'll just like wake up and I'll walk out into the living room and see it and just think like, man, that actually happened. It's wild.
Yeah, dude. It's just like, I don't know, just a constant reminder to. That's why like you can't be scared to do stuff in life and like really get out of your comfort zone and you know taking chances in life. Like you really have to go for it because literally like that could like something like that could happen to anybody at any point and then they're that would suck at like just having that regret or even if you say you don't feel or think anything, like still like when I finally like pass away, I want to have that feeling of like I did everything I wanted to. I did it. I loved everyone as much as I could. I reminded people. I had an impact on people as much as I could. I had fun in life. I laughed as much as I could. Like, yeah, just all that. That's why, I don't know, there's so many different reasons to like just really truly enjoy life and to not take everything so serious, try not to get so stressed about stuff. Trust that it'll work out. Do your best. Try to take care of your health is such an important thing because you really don't want it to be because of your health.
Yeah,
So
because that's preventable. Like sometimes.
yeah, like if you can control, yeah, it sucks, and I don't know. I hope, if anything, it just impacts people in a positive way to do what they want in life and do well at it. And I don't know, really. Kobe's like a perfect example of just like working hard and doing what you want and like be passionate about it. The ultimate example.
Yeah, even with all of the talent in the world, he like he could have so easily just like slacked and still have been like one of the greats. But nah, the Mamba mentality is like the obvious thing that he's always had and people always talk about. It's like he definitely lived. He did. That wasn't just some random nickname that he happened to get. Like he earned it, and it's wild to see. Like and like the impact that he had on people to like. He wasn't just like, no, I'm the Mamba. I have the Mamba mentality. That's it.
Right.
He like wanted everyone to have that. Like that was what he was like. You got to have that Mamba mentality. It wasn't his.
Right.
And like this, the person that I work with, the rapper that I've been working with, he used that as inspiration of just like what you were saying, how you just like have to live life to the fullest and stuff. He gave up his next 3 shifts and he's like, I'm writing and like I'm working and I'm like, I can't, like I could die tomorrow, like I got to get this stuff on the road. So
that's
like,
awesome. I love stuff like that.
Yeah. So like just to see, he's probably never even seen Kobe in person, like with his own actual eyes. But like from all the way from LA, he impacted a kid in Michigan to just like embody that. And that's one of the coolest things ever, man.
Yeah. Kobe was like our generation of Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we were lucky enough to have Kobe and LeBron, which is like insane.
Yeah.
It's so hard to like rank players and stuff, but like to have like, and then we did get the end of like MJ too, but to like witness that much like greatness in 20 to 30 years, like this, I don't know, it's crazy. And Yeah, Kobe. I just remember like we would be playing 2K and like I don't know, every time we'd shoot like a full court shot or like shot anything in the garbage, like a piece of paper, or like even like throwing grenades in like shooting games, like you'd be like Kobe, like
Yeah.
anything.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, Kobe always had my favorite shot style too in the 2K games, because every character like shoots like they do in real life. Like I always gave my created character either Allen Iverson's shot or Kobe's shot.
Kobe's shot was sweet, dude.
Yeah, it looks sick, and I kind of like the idea. I don't know if I would go all the way with this, but I kind of like the idea of Kobe shooting being the new NBA logo.
Yeah.
I don't want them to make it purple and yellow because that's too Lakers biased, but they can keep the red and the blue. But I'm like, it's traditional to have Jerry West, but I'm not completely against the idea of it being Kobe.
Yeah,
but
and it's like not like they're just giving it to someone because they passed away. Like Kobe definitely has earned, even like if he lived to be 100.
Yeah.
Even if like even if they would just mentioned it in a couple years, like, oh, Kobe might be the next logo. Okay, like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
I love that they're putting him in the Hall of Fame this year too. I love that they're completely. I mean, I don't know. I saw this headline, so please don't kill me if this isn't like if this isn't true. But I saw the headline that they're just putting him in the Hall of Fame, that they're bypassing the voting process. And if that's true, I think that's awesome, because if you're on the voting committee and you don't think that he's a Hall of Famer, I really don't think you deserve to be on the voting committee anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, who looks at Kobe? It's like, no, he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I know Derek Jeter had a vote against him, so like.
Yeah, that's true. He did.
So it's possible.
Yeah. But if that's the case, then I think that's really, really cool. Just put him in the Hall of Fame. If he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, then nobody does.
For real. Remember we used to have his dunk package in 2K where he would scratch his ankles?
Yeah, he'd reach all the way back.
We'd be like, scratch the ankles, baby.
Yeah. That was one of the coolest dunks in the game.
It was so fun to use him too. Like, I remember the night he scored 81 against Toronto. Like, I don't know, just unstoppable mental, like, just a mentality that, like, he was just insane. Like, not only was he super athletic and skilled and talented, but, like, yeah, his mental strength was just, I remember I saw, one quick thing is it said something like, wake up at 4, train from 4 to 6. It was like rest, go eat breakfast, hang out, and then go train again from 12 to 2, and then 2 to 4, and then it was like 8 hours, but like in 2-hour segments. And like it was just crazy, his schedule. Like it was just he was just made to just dominate at basketball.
Yeah, what? No, that's like, talk about being blessed, like to be able to like have the kind of mental capacity and mental strength and willpower to like make yourself do that.
Yeah,
that's like
every day
another level. I can't even imagine. If
Not
you told
even
me
just
I had
like
to
for
do
a
that
week.
for if you told me I had to do that for a week, I'd be like, no,
right.
I'm good. Whatever I'm training for, I don't want it that bad. But he wanted it that bad.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was gonna try to find my Lakers shirt, but I don't know. I couldn't find it for some reason. Might have been in the dirty laundry or something. But I'm still wearing purple. So shout out to Kobe. I know you're wearing his jersey.
Yep.
I feel like we had to talk about that because that was such big news.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's no way we can mention it. So we still wanted to do an episode, obviously. Yeah. Like, we still have to try to move on and be an entertainment podcast still and make with the jokes and everything. But
right, it's good to have real moments.
Talk about Kobe. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say I do love what Jimmy Kimmel did though with his show. I don't know if you saw, but he didn't have a regular show. Like they didn't have a live audience or anything. They had Jimmy like literally just talked, like one shot camera, just talked about Kobe for like 10 minutes or so, and then they showed all of his clips of every time, or a few of the times that he had been on the show. And you could tell Jimmy was like super genuine, and he actually knew him like personally, and like I thought that was a really, really cool way to pay respects.
Was that Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah.
Because I saw Jimmy Fallon, talk about it. I still have to watch the Kimmel one, but Jimmy Fallon's, he just talked about how when he first met Kobe, and man, it's so hard to watch people that knew him talk about it, because it hits me, like, and I didn't even know him, but like I just know like the feeling of just, yeah, it's really sad, but I hope it can create something greater and, make people just want to be better towards each other. And I don't know, I hope it impacts the world positively like he did. So
yep.
But yeah, so I don't know,
that's it then. Just crazy, rest in peace Kobe, and
rest in peace,
Gianna.
and thoughts and prayers to his family for sure.
Yeah, for Vanessa, his wife, and just like whatever she's going through, and her daughters. Like, this is like just the early hours still of like how terrible and awful that must be. So hopefully it just gets better and easier with time, really, and that they move on. And that's all that they can really do, unfortunately.
Yep. And just like them, we'll have to move on as well and try to make the most of each podcast. And like you guys can see, we've had a couple guests. We tried to have a guest this week, and sometimes time zones and schedules, it's really tough. We have 3 different schedules we got to make line up. So sometimes we can make it happen, sometimes we can't, but we still make the most of every episode. We're not going to record it without the intention of having fun, having a good episode. So I have no idea why I was saying that and what it was supposed to lead into, but I said it and it's already done, and we're going to move on.
Basically, I guess I could say that. So the guest that we were supposed to have today, what do you think? We might have, we'll hopefully have next week still. It was just a bad communication on my part. But the main like point of the pod is us two, so we can still.
I know what I was saying.
Episode. What's up?
Yeah, so we planned this original episode to have a guest, but since that didn't happen, and there's no video game like big news, like the basis of our show really is just like we call as we see it. Like literally, the title is "Chillin For Our Lives." We're chilling, and
you're chilling with us.
Yeah, you guys are chilling with us. And the cool thing, I hope I don't forget this part, but basically, if there's not like something that's worth mentioning, we're not gonna just look up random like little like video game news that doesn't really matter that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like we don't need to force it. We're not a video games news podcast unless it's like huge or like worth talking about.
Yeah, but so I read a comment under a podcast, and I don't remember which one it was, but someone said, I love the idea of a podcast because you get to make people who usually feel lonely not feel so lonely, because it's like you're hanging out with people. People get to feel like they're hanging out with you when they're listening to the podcast. And like, if I could read it verbatim, it would make a little bit more sense, but the idea is just like was so cool to read that. It definitely opened my eyes. I was like, damn, it does, like when I listen to a podcast, it does feel like I'm just hanging out with them, really.
Yeah, it really does. And like me, I live by myself, so sometimes like I'm more like introverted and stuff, so I love the alone time and everything. But sometimes if I'm like at work for a while and around a bunch of people and I'm leaving, like sometimes I'm like, man, now I'm just gonna go home and sit by myself and just like, maybe be lonely that night. Who knows? So, but instead, like I can throw on a podcast and listen to a few friends talk and just talk about whatever for a couple hours, and like it's just like it helps alleviate that a little bit. So yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah, when I read that comment, I was just like, damn, that's so cool, because, if, it mainly happens, let's say, with, like, celebrities or comedians or whatever, but, like, anyone that enjoys, Stadium or his content, his personality, or me, my content, my streams, all that stuff, like, every week you can be like, damn, I can count to hang out with them, for an hour or 2 hours if it's Das, if Das is chilling with us, but...
Yeah.
We can hang out for an hour and a half and just kind of just chill. And I really liked the idea of that, and it made a lot of sense for people that are introverted, or they might feel lonely sometimes. They can always come back, and this might be something to make people feel like just cozy,
Yeah, and like they learn about us, or like if they do feel like we're hanging out with us. Like it'd be really weird to think of somebody as my fan, like, oh, they're a fan of me. But instead of thinking of like, oh, they're just like a cool person, like a friend, basically. Because like let's say if we get big and we go and have a meet and greet or something, they might, like, everyone is in on the inside joke,
Yeah.
So like they might all be saying like, "What up, my eye," or just whatever. Like
they're gonna be wearing their Please Brush T-shirts.
Yeah, or like they're calling each other their cubes and stuff. So it's like,
oh my god, dude.
Yeah, so it's just really awesome. Cool that.
Yeah.
But so like we would like instantly click, So it's just like I don't know, it wouldn't feel like a fan meetup. It would just be like, yo, we're gonna go, like, we're gonna be in Boston next week. Let's like go to this place and hang out, kind of thing. And I think that's really cool.
Dude, yeah, like anytime anyone says any like quote from the podcast to me, or like says something about Cube or like my eye, like it hits you a different way. It's just like, wow, like that's the most heartwarming, most flattering thing like anyone can do is like use some type of lingo that I use or we use on the podcast. Like I love that stuff.
Yeah. And like have it go elsewhere, like if you did an episode of Hot Ones or something, and then like people that listen to the pod are like in the comments or something, and they're like, he was probably like at 1350, he was probably thinking, please, bruh, like it's too hot or something. Like it'd just be it'd just be great, man. It'd be great.
Yeah, like that's why I just can't wait for, it's crazy because we're gonna look back on these episodes and be like, it's just like with anything, it's gonna feel super nostalgic because we're gonna be like, oh shit, I remember those, those thumbnails or that mic I used to use or that story I told or that haircut I had. Like it's gonna feel so nostalgic,
Yeah.
And then like I don't know, I can't wait to have like people saying like comments, reading like the funny comments about like stories or like people using like, it's almost like you just have your own like friend group and it just grows, and people's like, just like when you hang out with a group of friends and they all use like, they kind of talk similar, like you all have that inside joke.
Yeah.
And just to see that like in the comments and to like make merch out of it and see people wear that and meet them, and like, dude, that's gonna be like, I know we're talking about it now, but like the day that it actually happens is gonna be really special. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Because like sometimes not like on purpose, but like let's say you have like a small group of friends and then another small group of friends that don't interact. Like you might kind of just be a little different with this group, with group A, than with group B. Like not on purpose, but just like I remember in high school, my like B group, we had this like just the way we talked and like the cadence that we had and like the kind of jokes that we made. I don't know.
Can you give me an example of the cadence?
Different. No, not really. Because I
don't
know. I mean, I don't know. I just feel dumb doing it because I don't even know if I could do it properly anymore. Because you'd have to just be like in the moment, I guess. But it's just like, I don't know. You just talk different sometimes. So it's like, I don't even remember where I was going with this. But it'd just be.
I remember.
I don't know.
I remember how people used to talk in high school. Like, what's up, dude? It's fucking sick, bruh. Like, yeah, just be like that, like little, like quick, high pitched voice. What's up, dude? I don't know.
It is weird seeing how young high schoolers are. Like, not to be all old man again about everything, but like when I was student teaching, I might have said this on the pod once before, I don't know. But when I was student teaching and like I knew my first hour was 9th graders, and I was like, all right, like this is high school. I'm not too far removed from high school. Like I'm gonna be able to connect with them like pretty easily. Like it's gonna be great. And then they started walking in, and I felt like I was at a freaking daycare. Like, bro. These kids are kids, like kids. Like they're so small and they're just so like not adults, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like they were just way younger than I thought. It was a little different with the seniors. Like there was a big discrepancy between the seniors and the freshmen, of course.
Yeah.
But like the seniors were a little bit more like, they were like younger version. Like I don't know. They're more like what I was thinking. But man, those freshmen, whew, were they youngins. It was crazy.
Yeah, when I coached and stuff, I just remember the thing that I noticed too, I did assistant JV coaching at high school, and I just remember that the kids were a lot more mature than I was when I was their age, or maybe not me, but the people I was around. I mean, I was always pretty like to myself and mature, but they just seemed a lot more mature than I would assume a kid would be like in 10th grade. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like they'd just be laughing at like 69 and making dick jokes. I mean, I do that now.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know.
It's just different. Like, it's cool to see the differences of like what kids talk about and care about now, or like how they act and what's the norm now versus what was back in the day. Like me and my host teacher were talking about this. My very first day, I had 1 hour of PE where I was a PE teacher, and the kids, like, on my very first day, she was this girl was just running by, and she had to go to the bathroom. And in high school, when I was in high school, they would say like, "Yo, Mr. Teacher, I gotta go to the bathroom." Like, okay, you go. But nowadays, kids are just like, "Yo, Mr. Miller, I gotta pee." And it's like, okay, like, go, I guess then. But I don't know. That was just like so weird and different to me.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, but like, and I thought at first I was like, okay, she's just up front. But no, like that's what every kid said all the time now. Like, it's just like nothing. I don't know. There's just so many less boundaries now, and there's more in other ways, I guess, too. But it's just like,
I gotta go poo poo.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You're a senior.
Yeah. But I don't know. It was just it was a cool experience. It was like, I don't know. It was just a cool experience to see, like, because mentally I feel like I'm not that far removed from that time, but I'm kind of like getting there where I am actually. It's weird.
Yeah. What if your teacher's name was Mr. Bruh?
It'd be
dude.
It'd be the best.
You know those kids would be like, bruh, and you'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Like, stop.
I would feel bad that I'm robbing. Like, if I was the student teacher and like I was taking over for him, I would feel bad that I was like robbing these kids of a whole semester of being able to say Mr. Bruh.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
well, what if Mr. Bro is sick, but you're Mr. Fam? They're like, Fam!
Mr. Bro and Mr. Fam?
Yeah.
Dude. That'd be next level. That'd be the best. Imagine if you had a teacher named Mr. Fam, but he was like sucked.
But what?
But he sucked. Like, he was just a bad teacher. He was boring. I don't know. You just didn't like him as a teacher. That'd be terrible.
He's like, here's another assignment. Fam.
Yeah.
I just want bruh.
When fam is bruh.
Oh, yeah. Or just have Mr. Yeet.
Oh, my God. All right.
I should make a whole college, and every teacher has to go by an alias, and it's not really their last name.
And it's like modern day slang.
Yeah, so there'd be like Mrs. Poggers.
Dude, that would be so dumb.
Mr. Caffa Fried. That'd be awesome.
Dude, Mr. Cap, can you...
Mr. Caffa?
Oh, man. Can you imagine what Mr. Kappa is like? He'd be... I feel like he'd be sus, man. Mr. Kappa would be the sussest person on campus. Definitely.
What about like Mr. Keck W? He would be the best teacher. Just has a thick ass stash. He looks like the guy.
Mr. Keck W. Why is that called Keck W?
I don't know. I have to look it up. But
I know. I'm pretty sure I know what Keck is, because
I don't.
Somebody please fact check me on this, but in World of Warcraft, I think there's like, you can get your text translated to like the other, like the horde, like how the other species speaks, and if you type LOL, it translates to KEK. So I've seen people like in forums and stuff type Keck before, like when nerds were trying to be cool and different, they would put Keck instead of LOL, and like if you're in on the joke, you thought it was funny.
That makes sense.
And then Top Keck was a thing for a while.
That makes sense.
But Keck W.
Yeah, because you can't understand what the fuck this guy's saying. Like, it's translated,
That's
but
true.
like there gets to a point where he's just like, and he's like yelling at the guy, and like the audience is just laughing because of his like the sounds he's making. Like, he's wheezing.
Right. Yeah. For the uninitiated, look up Keck W, please.
Yeah.
If
Or
you
look
don't
up
know,
my
if you don't know
version.
what we're talking about, yeah, go to like Twitter at Electricity Wave and look up his Keg W video. It's God tier.
I translated it.
Yeah,
as well.
I don't know how you figured out what he was saying, but should we make a Chillin' For Our Lives Keg W, or would that be biting what you?
I kind of like I included it in there though.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of want to make a Chillin' For Our Lives Hitler video.
Well, you got to explain because that sounds terrible out of context.
Nope, that's it right there. End of the pod. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, we're canceled.
No, no. There's the original Keg W is a scene from a movie where Hitler gets like, he has like a huge outburst and is like completely in an outrage, and people would put subtitles over it, and he speaks in German, obviously. So he would put like subtitles over it, and it'd be him getting outraged at like anything else. I don't know, like the PlayStation 3's launch price being $600 or something.
Oh, I know what movie I don't know the name of what's the name of the movie?
I have no idea.
I know which one you're talking about. If it's the newer one, though. Well, it's 10 years ago still, but
yeah, that's okay. Accurate.
Okay. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, those I used to like laugh so hard at those. Yeah, they were great. But the Keg W is like it's different. It's the same idea with the subtitles and stuff, but it's completely different vibe and mood of the whole thing. Yeah. So I think it's really cool. That's been around for a while too. I don't know why it's like making a re-emerging right now, but
Reddit probably,
yeah. But it's great, man. I don't even think it was called Keg W originally. I feel like that's probably a new part of it too.
Yeah, it just like LOL, like Omega LOL was huge for a while. And then I remember I just started seeing Keg W everywhere, and I was like, "What the fuck? What is this?" And then I like looked up the video, and I was just like, "I don't know why this is a thing, but it's funny, so I guess that's why." You know?
Yep. I don't know why, but I'm in.
Yeah, I was in as soon as I watched it. I was like, "This guy."
It's hilarious. What was the one that do you remember the one that you watched?
The Keg W video.
Yeah. Do you remember like which one got you hooked?
Yeah, I think if you just if you just type Keg W, it's the second one, or it'll say it'll be in Spanish with 4 million views. You'll see it.
Okay.
But
it wasn't like I meant like, so you watched the original one, or did you watch the subtitled one? Did you watch one that is subtitled?
I watched one that was the actual English subtitle. So
okay.
Yeah, it was like the video that probably everyone took the meme off of.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's funny, man.
But yeah, so I was gonna ask. I didn't write down my rapid fire questions.
Oh dang.
But I do have a good question.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so VR is obviously like, I don't really know if it's gonna become like ever mainstream. Probably not. Like the way that gaming is now, like you're sitting and you're controlling everything with your keyboard and mouse. Oh man, one sec. I hate this headset. I'm charging it.
Hold on, you are lagging into oblivion right now. I can't hear.
It's not that I'm lagging. I forgot to warn you. Something's being really annoying with my headset where it's not charging, so it'll die.
Oh.
And I did it a couple times. It happened twice this pod, but I just reconnected it while you were talking, so it worked out smoothly.
Okay, cool.
But let me see. Hello? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, we should be good now. I don't know if it's the USB port or what. But, all right, so, like, gaming is, like, the mouse and keyboard, right? And you're controlling it. It's really fun. VR is totally different. You're controlling with your body, and it's super immersive. And then there's like movies like Ready Player One where I'm not gonna spoil it. The idea is basically everyone's like living a regular life, but then they put on these suits and they're on like a mini treadmill thing, and they're like their own character that they can design and everything, and they interact with other people, but you don't know what their real life character looks like or where they live or anything like that. But it's so immersive in the stuff that happens that like you're literally living in this world. And there's like sensors on your suit. Yeah, like it's super like realistic. I'm not saying what you like. The answer to your question doesn't have to be like this game, but what do you think would be a really good or funny idea for a VR game, like a concept?
What would sell me on a VR game would be, dang. I don't know. It's hard to say because there'd be a lot. Like there'd be a lot of great VR games that really sell me. I think right now it's still in such an early phase that like while it'd be fun and cool, I feel like it would wear off like quickly. You know, after like a week or so, it's like, all right, like I get it. I'm moving my arms and I can see in the game instead of like pushing the buttons on the controller or something. But I think if they could make like a super immersive, they don't have to transport me into the game like Ready Player One or Sword Art Online or anything like that. But I think I'm going back and forth between if it would be an action game for sure, but I'm trying to figure out if it would be a shooter or like swords, like melee combat. I don't really know. I think
if there's two different stories and you could pick like warrior or like shooter, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but that'd be hard because you'd basically have to create like two different games. Like I guess you wouldn't have to because like Warframe has melee and shooting. So yeah, I guess you could do something like that. But
like you could play through God of War 4 with a gun. Like it would be it sounds like abstract, but like I don't know, they could make
they would have changes. They would have to completely like rebuild the game if you had a gun because like there's nothing for the enemies to take cover behind, or there's like I don't know, they would just have to completely rework the game if Kratos had a gun.
I can't imagine.
As if Kratos needs a gun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think some kind of like there's so many different answers because I thought I finally like it would be like some kind of battle arena game where like a big gladiator thing that'd be really sick and fun, but then like I'd want to go on this big grand adventure too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess my dream VR concept would be it's like an adventure game like Uncharted, but there's also some kind of like battle arena multiplayer mode basically.
That'd be so cool. I think.
Yeah, and you can. Real quick, last thing. It's on like this treadmill like thing that you can run on. Like
omnidirectional one.
Yes, you move your entire body. Like you have like controller. You have a controller on your ankles and on your hands or whatever on your head. Obviously, like full. I'm getting my workout, fam. Like that's it.
Yeah, dude, that'd be sick if you like, because if you have VR like that. Then you could link working out to like a certain kind of game with leaderboards and stuff, and it could make you like competitive with lifting and like it could be, I don't know, just with like technology. I feel like it could make working out more fun because I feel like I did see some type of gym like a year or two ago where they had like they kept track of scores and stuff, and like the whole point of it was just like. It was like a gym and arcade combined. I was obviously only adults, but I don't know. That'd be really cool.
That would be.
If that was like a thing. I think if I picked a game, I agree. The adventure would be awesome. I'd wanna go to space in the game.
Yeah, have like a space chapter or something.
Yeah, because then in the game you can travel at the speed of light or way faster. So there's no limitations. You could somehow like the suit could make you feel like you're floating. Yeah. Like I don't know how the hell that would work, but I mean they do have like I watched a video last week of this girl going to this thing in NASA where it was like $5,500 to do. Damn. Or something crazy. It was over $5,000 where you get to feel like weightless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was I didn't like see how it's done or whatever, but it was like really crazy to see people just floating. Like imagine that feeling, like your body wouldn't even know, you wouldn't know like what to do. It's like you're in a fourth dimension.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You know, so like weird. If they could do that in a game, or like you're going underwater and you're like, I saw one where you're underwater, but like just like exploring would be really cool in a VR.
And that would be cool if it was a suit instead of just controllers, because then like let's say you pick up something, like that thing could have weight to it. I think that would be another thing that VR is missing right now. Where like if you pick up something, it doesn't really feel like you're picking up something because it doesn't weigh anything. So like if I pick up a big ass battle axe, I want to like have to struggle to like pick it up and swing it and stuff. I think that would be so cool.
Yeah, I wonder how they would do that without like injuring someone.
Yeah, I don't know. You could set a limit like have the max like have nothing weigh more than 10 pounds or something. So like I don't know.
Yeah, they could have something like, say it's like a basketball, it weighs like a couple ounces. Like it doesn't weigh the true weight, but it still weighs something, so you feel it.
Yeah.
If you lift up like a house, then it weighs like 5 pounds, not like 1,000.
Yeah.
You just like strain your back. You're like, what are you doing? I was playing VR. I had to lift up a house. I was playing the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, dude. They need to make a new Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction game.
Oh my god, dude.
That's
a VR Hulk Destruction game?
Oh, I didn't even mean in VR, but yeah, sure. Throw it in VR.
Put me in a padded room, soundproof, and just put a bunch of like those dummies that like, have you ever seen like what they use those boxers and they're like look like a pinhead?
Yep.
If you punch it, it like goes back, but it comes back.
Yep.
Dude, I would just want to Incredible Hulk tackle that thing, lay it out into a padded room.
That'd be so fun.
And you think like it's really a dummy, but like in the game it's a building. Like you just like you hear it break and everything.
Yeah, you hear it and feel it and all that stuff. Dude.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, like on an episode of Rick and Morty. Crap, I'm gonna forget the name. I think it's called Roy. Yeah, I think it's called Roy. They go to an arcade and you like plug your brain into this game and you like live Roy, and you basically live this life with this character, but you don't know. Like I don't know. Like Morty was playing the game, but he didn't know he was playing the game, and he went through and he lived this whole life and everything, and it was crazy. Damn. Yeah, and then Rick got on it and he was like. He got like this huge crowd around him, like, oh shit, like he's having Roy go off the grid. He doesn't have a social security number, all this shit. Like he was just playing it in like just this really cool way. Like that would be so cool.
Dude, that reminds me, talking about VR. Have you ever seen those videos of like, it's like a kid with the VR headset and someone like with the camera walks in the room and he's like, he has both of his hands like squeezing like two boobs, like you can obviously tell what he's watching.
Yeah.
And he's like, he goes in the back and like he starts squeezing the ass, and you're like, God. Oh, like I know what he's watching. They're like giggling, and then all of a sudden he takes his hand and he starts stroking.
Oh my God, I've never seen this.
Oh, dude, you have to watch those. They're so funny.
I might be good.
No, dude, it's not actually. It's just air, dude. He's not stroking anyone.
Yeah, I know.
It's so funny though.
That's hilarious. I don't think
they're probably fake, but it's funny.
Yeah, it might be, but it might not be. There's no way. If I lived with someone, I don't think I'd be able to like do that.
You what?
Like, I don't think I'd be able to do that. Like, knowing that there's even like a 0.5% chance that someone might catch me, I don't think I'd be.
My dude was in the living room though, like with clothes on, so like obviously it wasn't real.
Yeah,
there's no way.
I'm sure people have definitely got caught though, like for real.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
If I had one though, I'd be butt ass naked. Like in my room, just with a VR headset, dude.
Have you ever used the VR headset before?
When I went to buy not this phone but my previous one, they had me play this scary game, and that shit.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that. You were in this room, just on a bed, and you couldn't do anything, but you just had to keep checking. It was kind of like a Five Nights at Freddy's thing, and you just had to keep checking. And the audio was so like immersive and so loud, and like you would like look up and it would start making like the sound, like it'd be like the violin playing the like, and then you would like, oh shit, and then you look to your left and it'd be like, ah, right in your face. And I was like, all right, dude, I don't want, like, I was like, you could take this back.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck that.
I don't think I would
have
use
you done
a public VR set. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have a Galaxy VR, or like whatever they're called. Like the one that you literally just like put your phone into it and then it turns your phone into a VR. It actually works a lot better than what you would think it does. So I mess with that a little bit. I don't really use it that much because like I don't even have that phone anymore, so I don't think my current phone would even fit it. It might.
Damn.
But I don't know, just getting it all set up and stuff, and like it's whatever. So I don't really mess with that too much anymore. But then my friend has a PlayStation VR, and I messed with that before. I played Job Simulator, and it was actually really fun. Like, it's so cool to just like be able. You're just at this cubicle, and to be able to interact with anything. Like, you could take a piece of paper, pick it up, crinkle it up, throw it at somebody else, and they like react to it, and like it's really cool.
Yeah, I want to get a VR headset, but I don't know if it's more of like a luxury like toy than like I need it, you know?
Yeah, I would have to be very well off to buy a VR headset and feel good about it right now.
Yeah, but it would be hilarious to stream.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh my god. And the setup right now, like how VR, it's still in its early stages, like I said. So like there's cords everywhere, and it's like such a pain to set up. And like some of them you have to have like a room built like the HTC Vive. I think you have to have like extra sensors and stuff in your room. Like you have to have the perfect setup for it. I don't know, man.
Just an empty cubicle, really.
Well, yeah, I mean that'd be great, but like it's hard to just. You'd have to like empty out your room would be perfect if it was empty.
Yeah, just throw everything out and then you can have a VR.
Yeah, then your room would be the perfect VR room. But
I would definitely want to pad the walls or something, because my ass would run straight into it and lose like 3 teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of 3, yesterday, I don't know if I told you this. I tweeted it though. I stubbed 3 toes at the same fucking time.
Oh my god.
And I don't know if that's even humanly possible, but I found out it was.
Did you go to the hospital?
No. But I was in the bathroom, and we have a carpet, and for some reason the carpet was slippery on the floor. Like it usually really isn't, but I never stand it at the angle. So I was like leaning against the counter. I think I was on my phone, and I had like my feet on it, and there's like a piece of like, it's like a cabinet, and it has a mirror on it and a door, and it sticks out like 6 to 8 inches like from the wall, and I like was leaning against the counter on the opposite side, and I like felt my foot slip, and I just hit 3 of my toes, like not my big toe, not my pinky, the 3 in the middle, just right into the wall. And I just like looked in the mirror, and I was just like,
just in shock.
Just so much disappointment. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, I just tried to erase that moment from like my life.
You're just in a massive amount of pain, but you're just I just figured, I know this isn't how it happened, but you're just like staring at yourself in the mirror. Like,
yeah, I was just like, I looked at myself and I was like, why would you do this? Why would you do this? Please, bro. Dude, it was the hardest smack too, and like I'm surprised my dad didn't like say anything because he was on the outside. But like I didn't say ow or anything, but I like, if I was home about alone, dude, I would have screamed fuck. Oh, have you ever like, I don't know if you have, but if anyone's ever seen like someone like run into a wall, or if you ever ran into a wall, or if you've seen someone punch a wall, like it was that sound of just like a hard ass just smack. Damn. And I just like, I don't even know if I just like took my feet and like I just held my toes. Like I didn't even rub. You know how you rub something and you like hit your elbow or your knee, you're like like I didn't even do that. I just held them and I just like stared in the mirror and then closed my eyes, and I was just like, this did not just happen. Like,
oh my god.
Who stubs 3 toes at the same time?
That sounds like a nightmare.
It was the worst. I've never done that in my life.
You're showing a lot of bravery by being here with us today, though, so I commend you for that.
I just have like a big ass like one of those boots, like a gray boot, and I have like crutches. Just crutch my way into the pod.
That'd be hilarious, because like every other episode, you just been sitting the whole time, but with this one, you have to like walk in. Really sell the injury.
I have like the handicap like sticker for my toes. It has like a picture of a foot on it. Dude, I had one of those when I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I had one of those when I fucked up my ankle. And that shit was awesome. I had it for 3 months.
It sounds awesome. I just park in the handicap spot
everywhere. Yep. I was like front row. Like for school, it was money, dude. Trying to find a parking spot in college is a nightmare.
Yeah. Fact.
especially in any big city or like big college, but any college is a nightmare. They'll make like 7 parking spots, and they'll be like, all right, like, thanks for enrolling, now find a parking spot, and there's only 7 available.
Yeah.
And everyone, like, in one of the spots is like someone that never moves their car because like they live in their car.
Yep.
And the other 6 are for teachers.
Yep.
But good luck. And if you park anywhere you're not supposed to, we're gonna fine you for $150.
Yep.
Like, that's got to be one of the dumbest things ever about college, the way they treat parking.
Yeah, the college that I went to, it was really bad. It wasn't terrible, but it was pretty bad. But the college that is near my place now, they don't expect you to like have a car. Like, you live in a dorm on campus and you walk around campus. But if you don't do that, then good luck, because like there is nowhere to park. They have like 1 or maybe 2 sanctioned like parking lots, but they're way on the outskirts of campus. So like stupid. You drive there, and if you're lucky, you get a parking spot. I swear, because you have to buy a parking pass, but I swear they sell more parking passes than there are parking spots, because you can still go and not find a spot. So like you have to deal with that, and then you just walk everywhere. It's terrible. Like, you can't just pull up to your hall or your, the building and go to class and park, and you can't do that. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I think that's why those people ride bikes a lot, or they have those new like green scooters.
Yeah, those bird scooters, I think they're called.
Yeah, where you just like scan your driver's license and then pay for it.
No, it's an app on your phone.
Is it an app?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you scan your driver's license, because they had them when I went to TwitchCon. They had them laying around everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're like, the ones they had in Cali were like green and white and black, and yeah, you would just like, they would just be laying around randomly, and people would be taking them like everywhere. And I was like, that'd be perfect for like college campus.
Yeah, they're everywhere. But then they were everywhere. But then the board, I guess, like, they didn't like them, or they thought that they were an eyesore or something, and they got rid of them. So they weren't around for a while, but then I guess they came back or something, because they're there now. So I guess the scooter company won the battle or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. I have 2 rapid fire questions.
Yeah, I was gonna fast Google some while you asked me.
Okay, well, my first one is, you, for some reason, you get a bunch of money, and you have to spend this money on pimping out one. Do people say pimp out anymore? I don't know where that came from. But you get to fully just go all out on one room of your house. It has to be the kitchen or the bathroom. Which one do you pick? So basically, would you rather have a dope-ass kitchen or a dope-ass bathroom?
Dope-ass kitchen, like having a big-ass island. Dude, the coolest thing I think to have, because in my kitchen, like every kitchen I've ever lived in, never has any fucking space to cook the food, to cut it up, to prepare it. So like having a big-ass island, just like massive. Like, I can throw cucumbers, pickles, carrots, like anything I want on it, chop it up. Like, make dough, make cookies. I can make everything at once if I want. Like, because the bathroom, it's nice, I guess, but you just throw some Febreze in there, you're good. Like, a bathroom is cool if you have a jacuzzi, but I'd just rather have a hot tub.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you could have a jacuzzi bath. You could have a dope-ass shower with,
the
like,
shower
multiple,
is the only... Yeah.
Yeah, you could have, like, multiple shower heads, like, hitting you from different angles. You could have a bidet. You could have...
That's true.
You could have like a dual sink with like a vanity. You could have like a heated toilet seat, heated tiles.
It depends how much I cook, I guess. If I still am cooking ramen and pizza rolls in 2030, then I'll go bathroom. But if I'm cooking, I'll probably cook good stuff, because I'm Italian and Spanish, and like they're all about food. So, but yeah, dude, the bidet would be awesome to have, and I've always wanted one of those showers that, I don't know if they're called this, but the rainfall, where it's literally just a square, and it just holes in the ceiling, and then just literally like raining on you.
Yep.
I would love that so much.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, and just tons of space in your shower. Tons of space.
So you can get it popping in there. You know what I'm saying?
Get it popping, dude. We're about to throw a party.
Dude, if you have a chick over and she sees that you have a jacuzzi tub, you're beating that night for sure.
Or a rain shower, like a rainfall shower. Dude, I gotta see what those are called.
It's over. It's GG's. You might even be able to. I don't know if you could work it into like the ask out. I don't know if you could work it into there because then it's like you're being way too upfront about what you want. I mean, even if that's not what you want, but you can't be like, yo, you want to come over? I got a jacuzzi tub. Like, if you have a hot tub, like, that's different. Like, you can have a hot tub and say, you want to come chill in the hot tub. Like, that's still kind of, like, pushing it a little bit. But if if she's there and she happens, like, you know, obviously she's going to have to go to the bathroom eventually. And then she'll see, like, yo, he's got a jacuzzi tub.
Bro. I would just show her straight up. Like, yo, this is what's like, this is it. This is the thing. Like, I already know what you're thinking. No, I'm just kidding. But, huh?
You can't make her uncomfortable.
No, she's not gonna be uncomfortable.
That's true.
That's
she would never feel greater comfort in her life in that jacuzzi tub.
If a girl feels uncomfortable around you, you're doing. I don't know.
I mean, if she's just coming over to like feel you out and you're showing her your jacuzzi tub, she might start to feel a little uncomfortable.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, like, look at how awesome this is. Like, you just be like, look I have a rain shower head. I've always wanted this. Like, there's so many ways to go about it. You don't just say,
that's
like,
true. If you present it,
you don't like nudge her in the shoulder, like, like,
yeah. No, you do that.
No, you just show her.
I'm kidding. Don't do that.
You just show her. I'm actually looking at one on Amazon for $28.59, and I'm thinking about it.
For how much?
$28.59.
What? How good could that be? Because it's probably just the head. Like, it's probably just like a square shower head if it's that price.
It's probably like 2 inches by 2 inches. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
probably so small.
Because what you're talking about is like basically the water comes out of the ceiling, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't. There's no way you can just go on Amazon and buy that for $20.
Yeah, this one's $309, and it's
that seems
24 inch.
Yeah. Okay. 24 inch. So that's 2 feet. Yeah, that's $300. Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't even imagine. Like, wealthy living has got to be just next level.
I don't care what I have to do. I'm getting one of those. Like, that's one of the first purchases I make. Yeah. Is getting. Ooh, there's one that changes colors. Ooh, LEDs.
My God. LED shower.
Dude, there's one for only $30,000.
Spend more on your shower than your car.
Oh yeah, because it says chromotherapy. Which one do you spend
more time in?
40-inch chromotherapy, circle layer, flat dream light shower head, and polished chrome. Okay, now they're just adding words to.
Yeah, each one of those words added another $1,000.
Oh my God! You just go to like buy one that's like $100,000. And it's just like a paragraph for the title of it.
Yeah. For
real.
Dude, you'd never be able to get me out of the shower.
I mean, I take long showers sometimes anyways.
My water bill is through the roof.
Yeah. If I'm tired, I'm chilling in that shower. If I have to think about life, dude, you ever went through it? No, I'm not even going to ask you that question, but like anytime you're sad in your life, like.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, anytime you're sad in your life and or if you got music playing.
Don't do it.
Dude, if I'm in such a good, like, if I'm in a good mood and I go in the shower and I play music, like, through a speaker or through my phone, like, that's going to be a lengthy shower.
Yeah. For living alone and how obsessed I am with music, I never do that for some reason. Like, I never just have music playing when I'm in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Maybe because showering is, like, usually one of the first things I do when I wake up, so maybe I'm still, like, just tired and I just want to be peaceful, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you should try it once.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've done it before. It's not like I've never done it. But,
yeah, like,
out of every... I'll do it. I've done it, like, maybe on average of my whole life, maybe twice a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And, like, I usually listen to, like, really aggressive music for the most part, so it's just not something you want to wake up and get in the shower and hear.
You're just, like, scrubbing away with the squeegee. I'm bleeding out my eyes! The music.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is lovely.
Put some nice elbow grease on there. It might, like, really get it.
Dude, yeah, like getting Italian dressing in a cut.
Oh, I've never.
Dude, I did that one time. Oh.
Ow.
Dude, no, one time, Have you ever when you put like dishes away in the cup rack? You guys have cup racks where you flip them over, right? And they're full.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. You know that water that builds up?
Oh,
dude.
God. Please tell me they didn't enter your body.
One time I swallowed a gallon. One time, I think it was that mixed with the cleaner. Or it was a bunch of shit going on, and the person in the dish tank, or it might have even been me, I flipped it back on me.
On me?
And it went on me, and it went right in my eye. That shit burned.
No
I had to
way.
Yup. I don't know what was like. What were the ingredients, but I did not want to know. I went
probably
and
a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, I went and rinsed my eye out, and like I only got a little bit, but like still, like that shit burned.
Ow. That burned listening to that story.
It was like organic LASIK eye surgery where your eyes don't get better.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. But yeah. So that was an experience.
I bet.
Okay.
Did you find questions?
Yeah, I don't know if I already asked this, but what's on your bucket list? Have I ever asked that?
Oh God. Actually, I never answered mine, but I'm gonna go kitchen, by the way, for my answer.
Okay.
But my bucket list. I don't have like a written bucket list.
One thing that you must do
before I die.
Yeah.
I have to put like, I don't know if this is a cop-out answer just because it's been talked about a lot already, but I have to put out an album.
Yeah.
I have to.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Whether it's not like me as the vocal artist,
right.
But I don't know if there'll ever be a stadium album. That probably won't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, like an album that I want to be able to go to the store. Well, I don't know, because the stores don't really sell music anymore. But I want to be able to go to the store, pick up a CD or a vinyl, a record, and look at the bottom and see the words "executive produced by Stadium." That's on my bucket list. And I'm gonna buy 3 of them things.
Hell yeah, dude, that'd be sick.
Yep, that's a ritual that Eminem always does. I mean, I don't know if he does now because like you can't go out and buy CDs as commonly as he used to, but he used to always go out to the store on the day his album comes out and buy one.
That's smart.
And I would definitely do that just because it'd be cool. It's not like he needs the boost in numbers, but
yeah, I was gonna say they could just send it to him, but he might just feel better to just like physically go there and be like, oh, it's there.
Yeah, exactly. It's the whole like, you know, it's like the principle of the whole thing, just like going to the store and buying, because like I grew up like going to the store and buying a CD, right? Like I was excited, like, oh my God, this shit's gonna come out soon, I can't wait, it's gonna come out on this day, I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna listen to it 50 billion times and know every word inside and out, every note. And so I just want to go to the store and buy my own CD once. That'd be awesome,
dude. Imagine that flex from the cashier.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Just look at him and you just smirk.
Yep.
So, that's me.
Yep.
That's me.
Because we already have our
bidet
album
on the album cover.
How'd you know? I was literally just about to explain our album cover, but that was it. So.
You on a bidet, and it shows like the stream of water. Oh
dude.
My God.
Yeah, that's the name of the album.
Damn it! I hate this headset. Why is it not charged?
Okay. I don't know if you're lagging, but that was a fun little pregnant pause that I hope we just had.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, like we already have our album art like envisioned. Like we can see it already. It exists in our brains. So to just go to a record store and see that on a shelf. Please, bruh.
Please, bruh. Dude, we're about to hit an hour and a half. Easy.
Yeah, what's on yours?
I was going to say, I don't have like a specific thing. I think just like be able to do, it's so generic, but be able to do what I love for a career. So like be my own boss. Basically what I do right now, but be able to support myself while doing it. So creating content, doing the pod, streaming, YouTube videos, social media, all that stuff. Just not having to work for somebody and just be able to work for myself. That's the ultimate.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, you don't have to go through your entire routine if you have one, but on your day-to-day, do you like to have a nice little routine, or do you just like wake up and like, all right, what am I going to do today?
I'd say my routine, like the only guaranteed things I do that's like part of a routine would be go to the gym, maybe eat breakfast. I mean, like normal, pretty much like normal. I don't have like I do editing at 2 p.m. and then I record at 4. Like every day is so different with my plans. It changes.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a similar pattern, but yeah. I mean, I'll wake up, I'll eat breakfast, I'll watch like a little bit of whatever, check social media. After I'm done eating, I'll chill for a second. Then I'll go to rinse off in the shower if I feel like I need to. Go to the gym, shower, eat, and then figure out what I'm going to do for the day, whether it's streaming, podcasting, planning, creating videos, YouTube, any of that. So I'd say that. What about you?
I'm more routine based for sure. There's obviously some spontaneousness in there somewhere. Because obviously every day can't be exactly the same, but like I always wake up and I brush my teeth and shower like instantly. I'm a morning shower person, not a night shower person. Do my hair. I have a specific hair routine, all that kind of stuff, and then eat. Do you eat? Do you eat and then brush your teeth, or do you brush your teeth and then eat?
If it depends how I feel. Like if I feel like I need to brush my teeth, I always do that first. But if I'm like super hungry, then I'll eat.
Yeah.
So it really just depends on how I feel.
Yeah.
But I always brush my teeth either way.
Well, yeah, definitely. But I almost always work in the evening. So then during the day is like when I get my stuff done, like if I have to go grocery shopping or go to the bank or whatever, if I like I edit the podcast, like when that usually takes up the entirety of my Wednesday, until I have to go to work. Yeah, and then I go to work, and then I come home, and I usually either work on music or play video games for the rest of the night after I work. And then something else that's been like absolutely routine for like the last year, except for like random days here or there, is I always go to work and I just I always go to bed and just browse Reddit until I fall asleep.
Really?
So I actually really look forward to that sometimes. It's really just like, I don't have to worry about anything. I'm like tired. The day is over. I don't have to think about work. I don't have to think about getting this done or that done. It's just I'm going to bed now, and I can just browse Reddit and laugh or look at cool things or whatever, and then I just fall asleep after like 5 or 10 minutes of doing that, and that's it. And that's my night.
I kind of do the same thing. I just but I'll go on YouTube, watch like podcast, and then go to sleep. Yeah. That is a nice relaxing part.
Definitely. I don't have a TV in my room, so sometimes if there's like something I really want to watch, then I'll sleep in here in this room because there's a TV in this room. But then that means I'd have to sleep on the couch, which is obviously less comfortable than my bed, but it's like comfortable enough, so it's fine.
Right. Hell yeah.
Yep.
All right. Last one. Where was it? I think I got it. If I don't, fuck it. What's a deal breaker? What's your biggest deal breaker? It's something like that.
In a relationship?
Like, say you're meeting up with like a girl and this happens. It's this thing, or like it could be physical. Probably, it could be something she says or does, or like something on a date.
Probably if she smokes cigarettes. That's instant deal breaker. Ooh. I can't imagine having a girlfriend that smokes cigarettes, because she's gonna die way before me. She's gonna smell like cigarettes all the time. She's gonna taste like cigarettes. She's going to have to go out on smoke breaks, or worse, she's gonna smoke in the house. Like, I really honestly don't think a relationship could work for me if you're a smoker.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. No offense to anybody who smokes, because I know there's a lot of you, but not for me.
Yeah, it's understandable. Damn. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Who asked that?
But I have a few, but that's my big one.
Yeah. Deal breaker. Huh. Smoking's a good one. I don't really like. I don't like. I don't think it would work if I was like with a girl that like wanted to go out and party all the time.
Oh yeah, that would
With
suck.
or without me, cause like, I just feel past that point. Like,
Mhm.
I never was really in that, but that's just doesn't feel healthy for a relationship for me. Like, she just wants to go out, even if it's like just her girlfriends and stuff, cause like, dudes are fucking animals out in the like. The
Oh my
worst type
God,
of guy is at a bar or at a club. Like,
Yep, and they're relentless. I've seen it
when a girl,
firsthand.
yeah, when a girl tweets like, "Oh, all guys are trash," all guys at a club or a bar most likely are like 90%. Like, you just can look at them and be like, "Dude, this guy's literally just like out for one reason." You know what I
Yep.
mean? And
No
then that's
guy
why
goes to the bar or a club expecting to like not bring a chick home. Like that's why they go.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's not a good environment to. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's way different too. Like, if I went out and stuff, even though I wouldn't, but I feel like if you were the girl and the guy went out, like, you'd be like, well, even if he tried, he wouldn't get any. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's what. I mean, a girl might think that way, but I don't know if the famous like, oh, I always get hit on when I'm in a relationship type thing. Maybe it's just like a different type of vibe and energy a guy gives off that makes him more attractive when he's in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And increases his chances, but like, I don't know. For anyone that's single, though, any guy that's single, the best like attitude to have is to treat every girl like you're in a relationship.
Yep.
I feel like that works. Not that there's no like surefire way. You just have to be a good person and charming and all that and funny and all that, but like, stop saying all that so much. But also, yeah, just like worrying about yourself. Cause like, yeah, when a guy acts like he's in a relationship, he's just like friendly and just a good person. Like, he's not like thinking with his friend.
What did that one guy in your chat call it? Fuck.
Member?
Yeah, his little member.
Oh. Yeah,
His
some
stiff
random
member.
guy. Some random guy comes in, just like speaking crazy. I don't even remember what the conversation was, but he referred to his dick as his member. And as I was like scrolling through games, what was the one game name? It was like sexual. It was as he came in.
I think it was Ding Dong.
Yeah, I was like looking through all these random games, and of course, when this dude comes in talking about his member, like, I click on a game called Ding Dong, and it was just like the whole timing of it, like,
He
so
said
stupid.
he said you were giving him a stiff member.
A stiff member. Man, people of the
Oh
internet.
my god, he was firm.
You had a firm member?
He was on firm.
Firm handshakes for my firm member.
Oh my, ooh.
Ooh.
Um,
Imagine if you could give someone a handshake with your penis. You'd have to put like, you know, those little like mini hands that like you can stick on stuff, like on your fingers.
Yeah. Imagine a girl pulls down your pants and you're wearing.
And then you're like, oh, like you're like waving it up and down, and she shakes it. She's just with it.
Oh my god.
That would be awesome.
Like,
That's while you're sitting on a bidet.
Oh my god, giving yourself a bump.
The most ridiculous situation ever. What were you saying?
No, what
That
were
was
you
probably
saying?
normal. I don't know.
No, what were you saying before we got to the stiff member?
Just talking about how guys like if they act like they're in a relationship,
Oh
they're
yeah,
probably better
yeah,
off.
exactly. I've been single for like a year and a half now, and with like no even like prospects, maybe one like close. But while I was in my relationship, I could have like potentially, I never asked any of them obviously, but like how close I would get with women would be like not intentionally, just purely as like cool friends, knowing that I'm in a relationship, so I'm safe. Like I don't have to try to impress this girl. I don't have to do anything. Like I'm just me. And that works. Like I got close to them way better than I do now, where I feel like, oh man, does she like me? Do I like her? If I do this, will she like me this way? I got to try to make her laugh, all that stuff. Like it's just.
Did they know though that you're in a relationship?
For the most part, yes.
Okay, well that's kind of, if they didn't know, then it might have been a little. It might have been different. It might have not, but like when I feel like when people know that they can't have you, it kind of switches their thinking. Because like I've had that where like there's been like a girl where I'm like, like I probably wouldn't like date her or whatever, but like then like one day she'll come up and be like, yeah, like me and my boyfriend, and I'll be like, oh, like it's someone wants you like type thing. So it's like switches it. It's not like that no one would want her, but it's just like that weird like it's that weird like switch that I think most people have when it's like someone's on the border and then all of a sudden they're like with somebody and then you're like, oh, like that's interesting. I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah, I once had this like, it was kind of awkward moment with this girl I used to work with. We were talking about New Year's Eve, and I was just talking about how I spent my New Year's Eve, and she was like, she's like, oh, so were you like doing that alone or what? And I was like, oh no, I was with my girlfriend, and she was like, oh, darn, and then just like walked away.
Damn.
Oh, all right then. She was cute.
She was totally about to be like, well.
Yeah. Oh, you were alone. No single person or no taken person is alone on New Year's Eve. So like, it was a good way to like slide in the DMs. But yeah, but she was great. She was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Rip to that girl. And that concludes the episode of Chillin For Our Lives. Do you have anything else?
This has been episode 17 of Chillin For Our Lives, fam.
17.
Yeah, 17. We're racking
We're on
them
the
up.
5th month. We're almost halfway through a year.
Kinda.
Episode 26 will be the halfway point. So 9 episodes.
That's 9 weeks. That's kind of a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like time flies with the pod. Like I'm just like, oh, we're already this.
Time flies with everything.
Maybe, for some
me,
people.
It does. For me, it does 100%. Time absolutely flies. I've had the conversation. So this kid that I work with, he's really cool. But I've had the holy crap, you're 27 conversation with him like 3 times now. Like, fam, we just talked about this like yesterday. He's like, no, it was like a week or 2 ago. I'm like, well, it feels like yesterday. Because time was flying. I don't feel like I'm 27. I've been 27 for like 3 months now, but it feels like I just turned it yesterday. It's weird, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It is what it is, though. Fuck it.
Yeah, you can't do anything about it.
Trying to look my best for when I'm 60, I still want to look like 40.
Dude, yeah. At the Royal Rumble on Sunday, this wrestler Edge, one of the best wrestlers of all time, made his return. He is 46 years old, and he is in the best shape of his life. Easy.
Damn.
My man looks kidded, dude. He's like, he's
kidded.
He's kidded. He's got gold everything. He looks great. And he's 46, and he said like he's in the best shape of his life, and he looks like it, dude. Edge looks like a beast right now. Good for him.
I hope I'm in better shape by the time. Like, I hope that's in like a year or 2. Like, not 46. I don't want to wait till 46, but that is like cool. But
yeah, well, he's been in great shape like forever. He's been a WWE wrestler, so it's not like he was some big fat slob. Like, he was in great shape, but now he's like getting better and better. Like, he didn't like peak when he was 30 or whatever. He's like still getting better. So it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's just like when he goes away for 9 years, it's like
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
9 fucking years, dude. Yep. All right. I think that concludes episode 17 of Chillin For Our Lives. We talked about Kobe, we talked about VR, we talked about bidets. I mean, what else would you want?
Nothing. Please, bruh. If you ask for more, then you're selfish. Like, I gotta be honest. You must work at Long John Silver's because you selfish.
If you're asking for more, then stay tuned for episode 18.
Yeah. In 1 week from now, you'll get more.
Right. But yeah. We appreciate everybody that listens. I still get compliments when I talk to random people. They're like, "Yo, I listened to this episode. Like, I'm excited for this next one. It was really good. Like, keep up the good work." And stuff like that's awesome. Like to know that people listen to the pod, it's really cool because we're in the embryonic stages of the pod. So we're just trying to get to the real chill.
Yep. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Wouldn't it be cool if you had a group of like 3 IRL friends that you can get together and be like, dude, did you hear this week's episode of Chillin For Our Lives? And you get to talk about it and everything. It'd be great. So you should do that.
Hell yeah.
It's fun.
We got to get people to start saying, please, bro.
Yeah. All right, that's it.
Dude, yeah, what? Have a party. Have like 20 people come over and call it a Chillin' For Our Lives rate 5 stars party.
Oh my god!
And let us know in the comments.
That'd be the best. Throw a big party instead of playing music. Play our podcast.
Dude, I'd dedicate like a half hour to them.
Oh, easy.
All right, we'll see you guys on episode 18. Hope you guys enjoyed and stay chill.